Is consolidating your pensions a good idea? This is a question I hear really quite often from my clients, and there's no surprise. The average worker nowadays has over 10 different pension pots in existence when they come to retire. So what should you do with them? Should you leave them all separately or should you consolidate? The aim of this video is to give you an overview of the key advantages and also some of the key risks and watch outs before making that decision. There are three main advantages of consolidating your pensions. Firstly, a greater control and understanding over where your money is invested. Secondly, potential for reduced costs and at least a better understanding of what it's costing you. And lastly, reduced life admin. Having all of your pensions consolidated to one well thought through plan just means you have a really good understanding over where your money is invested, how it's performing, how much it's costing you, and it makes it easier to make properly informed decisions when it comes to planning your retirement and also being able to access your money in the longer term. So clearly there's some really good advantages of consolidating your pensions. However, before you proceed, there are some really key risks that you need to be aware of before deciding whether it's in your best interest or not. The first of these potential risks is to check whether or not your existing pension plans come with any guaranteed benefits. So there are things like guaranteed annuity rates, loyalty bonuses, protected tax-free cash, and even additional life cover, which some pension plans might have as add-on benefits. If you were to withdraw or transfer away from those plans and consolidate into a new plan, there is a risk that you will lose access to those benefits, which would not be in your best interest. Secondly, you need to understand whether there are any exit or transfer penalties on your existing plans. Depending on your circumstances, it might not be in your best interest to transfer, move away from those plans and pay a transfer penalty if you've only got a few years to make up for those losses. You should also seek to understand what investment choice you have within your existing plans and whether what you're currently invested in is appropriate to your circumstances, your attitude to risk and your future objectives. If the answer is no and you're not able to move your investments and move your funds into different ones within your current plan and current provider, then that is potentially a reason for wanting to move and consolidate into a new plan where you've got a wider investment choice. Finally, it's really important to understand what options you have for drawing in income when you come to need it in retirement. There are various different ways of drawing in income from a pension plan, including flexible access drawdown, UF+, or buying an annuity, just to name three. But all of those three things are very different and they're going to be suited to different people in different circumstances. Crucially, not all pension plans allow access in those three different ways. Some will only allow you to buy an annuity, for example. If that is the case, it might not be appropriate for you to be invested in that plan, and that's where it's worth speaking to a qualified and trusted financial advisor, and they can help you understand what is going to be in your best interest longer term, ensuring that you're invested in a plan that's suitable to you both now and in the future. So those are the main advantages and the key watch outs when you come to making a decision about consolidating your pensions. As ever, the best thing to do is speak to a qualified and trusted financial advisor who will guide you through that analysis process and ensure that you make the best possible decision.